recording.
Yeah. Let's do it. All right.
Growheads Podcast at Loud Bank.
HPG. Oh. What's up, everybody? It's your man AC from the Loud Bank, and you just tuned in to the Growheads Podcast. Tonight, we got special guests, and we also got HPG in the house, of course. My man Taylor. We got E in the house, and Alicia. And our special guest is none other than the Rene from Joint Highpothesis, the scientist and the one who knows it all. I bet.
Jack of all trades.
Yeah, Jack of all trades. That's what she said. You know it. So how you doing, girl? Tell us a little bit about Joint Highpothesis.
Good. So Joint Hypothesis is also a podcast. We say we're two black stoner scientists talking about our ancestors' favorite plants. So we talk about the political aspects of weed, the racial aspects of weed, the science of weed, the health aspects of weed, the research aspects of weed. We just really get into the nitty gritty.
Awesome. So it's cool that I think this is what the third other podcast we've had on the show, or the second.
Maybe third. I think this will be the third.
Yeah.
So.
That's cool.
Definitely. So when did it start?
So we just started it in August 2022.
Okay.
So
Fresh. How many episodes have y'all done?
We have done about 15, and I think like 10 of them are out.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're unloading the clip right now. Season 2 is being released weekly, and the theme of Season 2 is the politics of the marginalized. So
Gotcha.
tune in on Tuesdays if you want a new episode.
Tuesdays. Okay.
Tuesday. Is that on YouTube platform or?
Yeah, we have it on YouTube, but we're also on Spotify, Apple, SoundCloud.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, Google Podcasts, a couple other places now too.
So most places you can get your local podcast in. Just tune in. There's no excuse not to tune in on Tuesdays, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Is it just yourself, or who's all involved?
So there's me. I am the person who comes up with the guests, picks the angles, shapes the seasons, does a lot of the producing stuff. And then there's my best friend Justin. Justin helps do all the audio setup. He does the technical editing. Yeah, that's my bestie. So Justin also helps host, so you'll hear him in the episodes talking too. And then lastly, we have our new intern, Bailey. So Bailey is a fresh 18 years old.
Oh, wow.
And she'll help with anything we ask with. She likes to do social media stuff. Okay. She got us on TikTok because, teenagers are great with TikTok.
Absolutely.
Yup.
Nice.
But yeah, that's
the all-stars. It sounds like you got an all-star lineup,
That's what it feels like sometimes.
For sure.
Yeah, but I like this lineup over here. You guys have some diverse backgrounds and stuff.
Thank you. For sure. So where are you originating from?
So I'm from Pittsburgh.
You from Pittsburgh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Born and raised?
Ooh, good stuff.
Oh, snap. Okay. PG. Oh, we. Pressure.
My first hit.
Yeah, we don't let you get right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to tell them about this strain we smoking to eat?
Please.
This some gelato. It's some gelato brunch right here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That ain't nothing like no gelato runs I ever smoked.
Okay.
I'm gonna need it to go back.
Go back.
Maybe 2.
Okay. For sure.
Sheesh.
Man.
I'm back.
Right.
Cool.
Alright, glad you made it back.
Yeah. That's one thing about it. When you come this way, man, you just hit with the 3-way. You hit with the HPG. You just slap with that Loud Bank, bam.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna get touched up with the Growheads. So it's a triple threat.
Man. Absolutely.
It's a triple threat. So yeah. So you say you might be interested in growing one day, huh?
Yeah. Hey, that one day could be tomorrow for real. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
I love plants. Got a bunch of plants in my apartment.
Nice.
Yeah, got the grow light in my bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
And then I did a year on an urban farm. So I was out there growing fruits, veggies, herbs, all sorts of stuff. Like, I love plants, so yeah.
That is so cool. You know, we got a scientist on the show. I'm talking about a real one. So yeah.
Tell me your degree.
Okay, so my undergraduate degree is in biomedical engineering, which basically is just like the study of like connecting anything that's related to engineering to the body. So making medical devices and products was like my like concentration. So had I graduated and wanted to go like work for a company and like make medical devices or products and stuff like that, that's what I could have done. But instead I chose to go to grad school and study more so the like social side of why the products are the way they are. So I study like now racism and how we create those products. And now I do consulting on how to like make products in an equitable way. So yeah, I'm like a scientist, but like at this point like a hardcore social scientist too. So I'm trying to like
And so what you do is you take that and you find a way to blend that into the industry. And so to create a product, you also have to have a problem, sort of. And then you look for the solution to that problem. Right. And so I got a nephew that has MS. And so calm him down. Smoking does calm him down. CB does calm him down. But he shakes too bad to do it. And so that's a problem, and we're always looking for a solution, and the only solution we've had is to put like a blunt in the straw and then like force it up to his face, because he like, so you gotta catch him, and then he get hit that way. Yeah, and so it's like, man, he wants to get high by himself, but he can't.
wow.
He always gotta have somebody there.
Wow. That's exactly what we should be bioengineering for. These are like the real problems out here, and people don't understand like cannabis is medicine, and that's a way of administering medicine. Like that's literally the problem right there.
Right. And I got video of him and I medicating. I give him a high dose of CBD gummy, and then we smoke. And like he like all over the place. In 45 minutes, he like, give me a cigarette. I'm like, bro, look at you. I got video of it.
Wow.
You gonna put it up on the screen?
Oh man.
Ooh-wee.
I have to find that video.
Good
might put it up
medicine.
there.
Yes, it is good medicine. So yeah. But the thing is, he has to have somebody around to medicate, and it helps him. And if nobody's there, it's tough for him to do it. So something to think about.
Yeah, that's a fascinating project that I would love to engage with. Like in the future, I dream of having a weed lab, and we just innovate around it. Whether it's building stuff or just studying it, asking questions, smoking and seeing what comes out of it. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna forget that. I'm gonna keep thinking about that. This problem.
And sometime maybe I get a chance to show that video, and you'll be like, wow, okay, I see exactly what you're saying. But you know, you never know. Maybe it's something he could take to calm him down for a minute to where he can medicate. I don't know what it is, but you never know.
Yeah.
But on the bright side, he's still here. And it is something that is out here that can't help him. So
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. And we're moving, I mean, the way we're moving, like, we're gonna see innovation to solve problems like that now. Because now people, like, I feel like there's a big push. Like, you got all these wonderful weed podcasts coming out trying to get people comfortable with the plant, get people engaged with the plant, teach people things about the plant that they didn't know. Like, this could help your life in so many ways. Right. So, like, people start to see it as something that's important and vital. Of course they're going to build around it. Like, and if they don't see it as important and vital, they know it's worth money at least. So, one way or another, people are going to start designing and building, and I really hope that it's coming from the communities that actually, like, suffer from the issues that we want to solve, because unless somebody tells you something like that, otherwise you think a smoking assistance device is just one of those cute little ring holders that has the thing on top and that's it. And it's like, yeah, like you don't know something until you like really like pay attention to the problem. So that's like, maybe your nephew themselves will be involved in something like that, because
yeah, I'm sure there's other people out there the same way. I mean, I wouldn't dare trust this dude with a lighter in his hand or nothing, around fire or nothing, the way, to hold something and then he drop it or anything,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Yep, so, yeah. But, it's one of those things.
You just giving me a design challenge. Like, I'm really over here like, okay, maybe we can get a little gyroscope that, like, stabilizes or something.
Exactly.
So as the hand shakes, it stays consistent. Like, there's stuff out there, like.
Yeah, maybe something strapped to your chest or something, and you put it on there, and they do a movement, and they come to their face.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a question. When was your first time experiencing, like, you knew you wanted to help people? Not just help people, but just you knew you wanted to follow that study that you followed?
Bioengineering, for real, I was doing like, I didn't really know what it was because I wasn't really exposed to like a lot of different things like that in my like high school and stuff like that. But like my grandparents, I lived with my grandparents, they raised me.
Okay.
And they had a bunch of like different health problems because when you get older, that's how it happens. And also like all these diseases that affect our communities because of maybe pollution or environmental racism or the food that we have access to. So it's like, all right, they just had a bunch of problems. So I would have to like really help them like go online and access test results. And then I started doing research on that and like how to help them. So I was always trying to like do basically like health literacy work, like try to help them change whatever I thought they could change, like about their diet, like, oh, this vitamin's low, I'm gonna put this in your smoothie type of work. So it made me think, okay, helping people is gonna be cool. And then I already was good at math and science, so I was like, I want to build and invent stuff. So I was like, you know what?
You really taught yourself like health as well at an early age then.
Yeah.
Looking at your grandparents doing that, you wanted to figure that out and trying to solve their problem.
Yup.
That's cool.
So that's when you first experienced it. That's dope. You answered my question for sure.
Oh,
That is
thanks.
so cool that you run across people that say some things to you in life and just change your whole direction. Like you said, you had no clue what it was, and I was the same way when I got an engineer. I had no idea. But I found out from somebody telling me that I need to get into furniture making, blueprint reading. And so then I was like, well, hey, why read them? Start drawing them. So, but yeah, that's cool though that you took that up and just like come from nothing and do something that like your friends have no clue what it means. And I'm still trying to grasp it myself. Yeah, exactly.
Do you plan on getting your own business, doing anything in that field?
So I kind of do. I'm offering consulting services for companies who want, or labs that create different products and have, their pipeline of like, you think about something, you design, you prototype, you build, you test, you keep testing, you validate it, and then you push it through and get it to market. So I'm trying to help people who want to do that in a way that really makes a positive impact in people's lives. So like for example, there's like people know about like diversity consulting where like they'll come in your company and make sure you're treating the people of color well, you're treating women well. Well, like I want to like take it a step further and say, in this whole process, like who's being affected and how are they being treated? So not only the culture in your company, but then the users. So like, how are you going to build something in a way that benefits black people? Because right now we got like all sorts of devices and things that don't work for them, like sensors that don't read our skin. And like we don't even think about like if you were going to get like a brain scan, they put these little things on your head called EEG and like it doesn't work on thick textured hair. But there's people out here, black women, who have like successfully figured out, oh, if you braid black hair and then just put barrettes in, the scan reads perfectly. And we've been dealing with this problem for a long time because we've been using that technology. So like, I want to help people figure out ways to just make their things more equitable. And I did a whole like study on that in my master's of like how I just paid attention to how people designed, and I paid attention to the dynamics in the lab, and I paid attention to what questions they were asking and how race worked, and like what they thought. Like, did they think black people's like had higher pain tolerance? Did they have these like preconceived notions about us? So I want to use all that like expertise I gained in like grad school to like talk about the industry that I know so well from undergrad and be like, look y'all, I'm out here offering this service. Like, if you want to make something in an equitable way, I can give you a billion ways on how to do that and how to do it systematically, because engineers like systems. But it's a lot scarier to be like, oh, I'm an engineer and I want to address racism. But like, there's ways to address it. Like, you just kind of need somebody who's like spent more time like actually trying to like learn about it, because they don't teach this sort of stuff in like in any sort of STEM like education for real.
No, they don't. They kind of system wash mind history and everything. So
Yeah.
you know, they definitely and they send you, you know, school isn't set up for you to go be your own, you know, entrepreneur or just, you know, take that role. It's more so to work for a person. So just, the systems are not made for us, correct? So, I'm with you on that all day.
Yeah.
Yeah, we good.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's
So how old was you when you first started smoking? Grade school? High school?
I smoked once in high school, and I was mad because I didn't get high and everybody else was high and they were having a good time and I was jealous. And then in college is when I really like had more friends who were like giving it to me, and I was like, oh my god, having a great time, because they were like serious potheads, like making me hit the gravity bong, and it's my third time smoking and I'm high for a week. Like my legs would like randomly go numb, but I loved it. I was like, this is fascinating. But I grew up around the plant like as a kid. Like my dad was like, that's broccoli. That's what he called it. And I was like, oh, it's broccoli. He never caused any problems on broccoli. So I was like, broccoli's okay.
Why broccoli stink or?
No, it was just so normal and natural, because like I see people smoking tobacco, some people smoke broccoli.
Yeah.
Like it just swears. So I was like, okay, you know.
Some people eat broccoli.
Shout your folks out up there and they back at home.
My family is, yeah, all over the place, but most of them are based in Pittsburgh and outside of Pittsburgh, so.
Sure, man.
Yeah. Quite a few people in my family now smoke, so it's interesting because like my grandma's a preacher, so it's like, you know, definitely didn't grow up in
mistakes
like,
though. He don't make mistakes. Lord don't make mistakes though.
Facts.
They grow from the ground.
Facts. Oh, you in the Bible? You don't think there was?
They talking about it. It's a medication, like you said. So, and the science is behind it. You know, to show us now with the technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just put more, you know, scientifics into, you know, strains and stuff now. You know, it's just like a better smoking experience now. You don't gotta just smoke something that's nasty, tasting just to get high. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can actually enjoy it while you smoke.
Do y'all do different testing and stuff of the strains that you grow?
Well, I mean, we all test our strains, you know. That'd be the first, you know, blunt of the day or, you know, joint of the day or whatever it is, just to see exactly how it hit, the effect and everything else, you know what I'm saying? That's how we usually do. We usually call each other like, yeah, I'm gonna test this out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna test that out. And then we be smoking like, okay. And then, you know, we basically get to see what the actual effects are of it, you know what I'm saying, just off of each other's reactions. You know what I'm saying?
Just going off of the THC count.
Yeah.
And I mean, of course, they tested with the THC count, but you know, it's according to the grower or how it's grown. Not necessarily the grower's fault, but the environment makes a difference on the amount of THC and the flavor. And
unlocking the genetics. So just bringing those genetics to full potential. You know, plant likes a certain, you know, whole, like you said, environment. And also with its uptakes too. Some things are kind of finicky and want more different type of nutrients. So as you keep growing them, you learn what type of nutrients they like to uptake at different times or stages. You know, and then you critique your recipe. You know, you try different things out. As technology comes along, you hear about new techniques and new methods. You know, you can add to your recipe. So it's been a blast. You know, growing.
Sounds like y'all love it.
Even though we not like went to school and all that for it, but we scientists at our own group, you know what I'm saying?
Totally are.
We ain't
Y'all,
no different than our ancestors right now.
Totally.
They used to
did a
grow.
lot of research and everything else, you know what I'm saying, along the road. Even beforehand, before even, you know, planting our first seed or getting our first clone, any of that, we definitely did our homework.
A lot of trial and error, a lot of mistakes along the way, but that's the way you learn not to do, because if you don't make no mistakes, if something come up, then you don't know how to fix it.
Right.
You know, you call yourself an expert, and then that one go yellow on you, you go, whoa. Everything's always been green.
Yeah, everything always been green, yeah, exactly. But I had those problems like in the beginning because I had a harvest, you know, full of different genetics, you know, different flavors. So it wasn't like I was growing all the same thing.
Yep.
Which I'm glad I did it that way. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like, that's when I learned about Cal Mag and, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Magnesium and, you know, all the deficiencies that a plant can have just by looking at it, learning how to read a plant, you know what I'm saying? That's the area that I learned all of this stuff.
And using that kelp too. You know, that seaweed got how many minerals and vitamins in it? So a lot. So if it ain't for us, I mean, we can uptake it as well, but the plants do the same thing. So.
Yep. Of course, pH levels and stuff.
Kelp mean help.
No doubt. But you know what? Some of those toughest strains to grow are some of the best ones too. Sometimes.
Yeah, that's hard. They are.
The finicky ones.
Yeah, the finicky is heavy.
What are some strains?
That we grown, that's like that? I know for sure Monkey OG, Hawaiian Runts.
Tough to grow.
They don't really like a lot of nutrients, you know what I'm saying?
They don't like a lot of water.
So you gotta
Red
go,
boy like that too.
yeah, so you gotta go like light on everything. You get
So
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
you gotta learn the strains, because sometimes you don't know if it won't be one more or one less.
Yeah, you gotta test the water sometimes. You gotta test the water sometimes. Like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and, you know, hype it up a little bit, hype this mix up a little bit and see how it react. You know what I'm saying? See how everything react, and then you will know just off of that. But then once again, like right now, I got all different strands going. You know what I'm saying? It ain't all one thing. So.
That's what I'm trying to work on, just clear out the ones that are tough and give me a rough time. If it's a good, strong genetic and it's liking what I'm doing and it's staying green, it gets to stay in the crowd.
Process of elimination. That's what we call it.
Yeah, because you know, you find yourself already on the average, you at least making 2 waters, one for veg and one for your flower. But if you got some seedlings, you probably make a whole nother batch of water for them, something like, you know. And if you got something that's a little sick, that's a whole nother batch, because you're adding more Cal Mag or magnesium to it, trying to get it right. Or you're not giving it nothing, because it just needs straight pH water.
Right.
So you could be making like 4 or 5 waters messing with all them doggone strains.
Yeah, 4 or 5 buckets, 4 or 5 different buckets. Yeah, I mean,
So now you're in the grow for 3 or 4 hours messing around with pH.
3 hours for sure, 4 hours.
Defoliating.
sometimes I catch myself making 2-3 buckets for sure.
Now y'all talking systems engineering.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Trying to optimize and all that stuff.
Man, it's a lot of labor and time you got to spend with the plants to get them to succeed and produce their
Documenting
product.
too.
Y'all's
Documenting is
experiments.
important.
Yeah.
However
I
you
love
do your,
it.
I mean, you know, you write your stuff down, but I also take pictures of everything. Like when I'm in the process of putting something in flower, or you know what I'm saying, planting clones and stuff like that. I also take pictures just so I can look back and be like, okay, yeah, that's that, and then I can see the growth. You know what I'm saying? I can see the growth, so that's why I like to take pictures and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I look at it like, dang, that was only 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Look at that, be like, damn, they doubled in size.
And so if you're lucky enough to like get some clones from somebody, and they having good luck with them, you know, you can always find out, you know, what they doing, because a lot of times you'll see these beautiful pictures of buds and stuff, and then get them, and your environment is different, and it won't even turn out nothing like theirs did, you know. So if the breeder or somebody can give you a little hint on, you know, what they feed it or what they doing with the special needs of that plant. You know, like I got some of his genetics and stuff. So I'll be sitting in pictures. You give me an okay on it. If something go start going haywire, I'll be like, man, what your baby need? All of a sudden, it's his baby then, you know.
So what's the need? Yeah, for sure. Because you know that experience definitely hands down means something. You know, you've been doing it. You know what they plant like, especially if you've been running in genetics. You know, like you said, you got to kind of go off of, you know, that history. You know what I'm saying? You got to know that history. You got to, if you got access to it, or you got to just start your own with it and learn it. So it's just a process and all. You know, with the whole growth, you know, growing. You know, it's ways of looking at it. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways. You know, not just growing a plant, growing in life, and going through the journey. You know, it's a beautiful thing. So kind of use that metaphor in a lot of different things.
Okay, y'all got me excited. I got these seeds from Amsterdam, and I need your help growing.
Oh yeah, definitely.
What strains you got?
I don't even remember. It's been a minute. They're marked. They're marked and everything. And I have the number of the people and everything. But so much has happened between now and January. It's just been like,
though. The fact that they just from Amsterdam.
yeah, I'm excited. I like to
How
be
was
out
that
there.
trip? Like,
It was amazing.
what was it like for the coffee shop dispensary? Is that how it is set up?
Yeah.
So tell us about that.
Okay.
Walk us through.
Okay, so I went to a couple of them. I went to a black-owned one called African Black Star Coffee Shop, and you walk in, and you see there's like a bunch of seats, but like it's not like a bar setup. It's like a bar setup, but if there was like no barista behind the bar, like everyone has their individual stalls, and then you see there's like a little area to roll up and have all your accessories and everything, and your ashtray all set up. So like it could look like that, and then you go to the front and they basically give you a coffee shop menu, and literally on the menu it'll say like what strands and like this for this this much for, you know, 1 gram, or this much for 3.5, and then it's like you can buy up until a certain amount, but that's just like per coffee shop per day or something like that.
Gotcha.
So
it's similar to California regulation.
yeah, basically, but then, you know, you can take it back and smoke inside. They have seating.
Okay.
Some are like almost even like a museum-y style, I feel like, and
Really?
they have like stuff up there about the plant if you're interested in learning. But yeah, I went to 3 of them, and yeah, 2 of them I like sat in and consumed, and it was chill, and got to like learn from like the workers about the plant and everything, and it was interesting.
Do you have a favorite strain?
Really have a favorite strain, because the first thing I do when I get weed is I mix my herbs in with it. So I'll put rose or lavender or mint, and just like, you know, I'll see how, if it's, you know, more of a up or more of a down or whatever it says that it's going, how the strain's going to make you feel, and then just combine it with something that I think also does that. So I don't think I'm ever like just consuming a straight strain for real.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it always got a little something in it.
Really?
Yeah, it tastes a little rosy or something.
Right.
Or I'm going straight
That
to
is so
sleep.
cool. So you just like unique, got your own style, and just
got
with
your own
everything
style
you
of
do,
smoke.
don't you?
Oh, thank you.
Do you like
For
art?
noticing.
You like art?
I love art.
Oh, that's cool. I
Yeah.
have to show you a little bit of my art. And so, of course, you like music.
Yeah.
And you like plants.
Yes.
You like nature.
Yes.
Man, that's all around just like good living right there. You can't go wrong.
Look, wellness, see, that's like, that kind of puts it all together. I feel like I love living well. I love things that bring me joy. I love things that bring me peace. I like things that bring me health and comfort.
Yes.
And cannabis, all of it.
That feels so good what you just said. You do. It's all you want is peace, comfort, wellness in your life.
And community, for real.
Mm-hmm.
St. Louis got a lot of that. That's why I love it so much.
It's a little bit diverse too, and it's segregated a little bit.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
segregation it's crazy, but it's more visible than it is in other places. Like they have gates in every neighborhood, and I'm like, dang, you can't go from there to there. Like,
oh man, you just go in certain areas and they just look at you funny. You just be like,
It's Afghanistan.
Yep. St. Afghanistan.
Sure, like she just said, you know, like boarded up over here or something, you never know. Yeah. But man, I think this plant gonna really help this city out. It has, you know, we've generated so much money on the corporate side of things. You know what I'm saying? Do you plan on tapping in with any of the like corporate side of cannabis? Like, that's your goal at any level?
Interesting. I mean, I would be happy to like talk about the plant anyways. So like, I wouldn't mind doing like speaking engagements with different like corporate places.
Okay.
Or like, I don't know, maybe I could do ethical consulting there. I think that would totally be great and combine a lot of my loves.
Because we have, I know AC knows a little bit better about the story, but you know, we know some growers that have got into going for the licensed corporations and have came across some racial, you know what I'm saying, things, and just, you know, communication wasn't the best. So they weren't on the same page and, you know, no longer work with one another. But, you know, it's just like, you know, it's competition and it's power in this plant, you know what I'm saying? So we know what it is, you know what I'm saying? So we definitely got to come together and, you know, we always be the last ones. I just seen like Michigan has starting to have black-owned dispensaries up there. You know, but they've been rec or legal since I want to say 18.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so they got some time in.
Yeah, so they got a 5-year jump on those. You know what I'm saying? That they really opened up and let us really in. And I feel like we're gonna have that same type of mentality here. You know, a little bit. So.
Well, unfortunately, I think sometimes when we try to get in, there's so many roadblocks that they throw in our way that we can't see.
Yeah.
Like, it can be vicious sometimes. Like, that equity money or something like that. Like, they'll, you know, a company says they'll give a black person, but then they'll set them up for failure and not give them enough resources, and boom, they reclaim the property, and then you're out of it. Like, there's all sorts of traps, I feel like, that we've fallen into, not because we're not careful or we don't do our research or we don't work hard, but systemic racism, systemic, you know, like classism, like all that stuff is just like, they gonna find a way to keep us out of it.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we can't always see it, but it's starting to be exposed, and there's some people doing some good research on that stuff, which I really appreciate.
Yep, definitely appreciate all the help with that we did. There's good people out here want to do good things and make things happen, and there's always some red tape. It's always a roadblock. It's always a door slammed in your face.
Right.
And it's like, man. So, you know, you hit with that so much, you just give up. You be like, psst. And so, you just keep fighting. And you just keep fighting and just keep coming, and then somebody gonna figure it out for you. Like T always say, oh, you figure it out. You figure it out.
Right.
Yeah, you know what? It'll come to you at night in the middle of your sleep. You'll wake up and go, that's what I'm going to do. Right there. It'll hit you.
That's white
You will figure it out. Did it many times, man. Yep.
You and me both.
Wake up with that master plan in the morning feeling so good. You be like, yeah, that's how I'm going to handle that. Because I was getting ready to get them $3,000.
Facts. That resourcefulness, that resilience.
Hey, last time I said that, he got off and to get him 85, what was it, 75 or 85? 8,500.
You figured that shit out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Woke up good.
Well,
that
one of
morning.
them 500s, you hear me? Now I know 85, you hear me?
Look, black ingenuity. We gonna find a way.
Got me a new
Figure
trade.
it out.
Learn me a new trade.
That's so dope.
So do you prefer sativa or
Oh, sativas.
sativa?
Yeah, I got things to do.
Mhm.
I'm a busy bee.
So I noticed you say you add things to so what are some of the good things you add? You know, I mean, you just like, is it like a 50-50 blend? And where did you get that from?
Where did I get that from? I think just because I was always growing herbs and I saw like, when I was on the farm, people were always smoking tobacco, so they're mixing tobacco in with the weed. So I was like, why don't I mix like roses or something, and that actually would like smell pretty. And then I started doing my research on it, and I realized that like roses, lavender, mint, all things I use, lemongrass, all have different terpenes just like weed does.
It does.
Yup. So it's
Are they cannabinoids too, or?
no, just the, stuff like the linalool, yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, I could enhance the effects. So yeah, lavender turns any strain to a sleepy time joint.
Yeah.
And I do like, probably like 75 with the weed and 25 with the flowers.
Do it need to be dried out or
Yeah,
dry?
yeah, dry.
Man,
Well, if it's fresh, it just will take longer to burn, but I do, dried ones that you get from
what do
a
you
herb shop.
prefer? Which one, dry or with?
Dry.
Dry.
Yeah.
The chlorophyll better taste too, or is better burn or smoke?
I mean, it gives it a better taste for sure. I think the burn, it actually burns funny often because my friends theorize that if you're not like breaking it down to the same size, even if you're putting it in the same grinder, because it's just different stuff.
Gotcha.
So then sometimes it'll burn a little funny just because there's herbs in there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the two I brought today, they burned okay. Like I don't remember having to like mess with them or anything.
Oh, so they were infused with the flowers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was wondering.
Super Silver Haze and Rose.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
So I've seen where people are using different things to roll joints and blunts with, and one of them was like a rose petal, but you would roll it wet and then let it dry, and then they was using mango skin, scraping all the skin off the mango, washing it real good, and then roll the blunt with that and let it dry.
Oh, I'm gonna have to add that one to the list.
I heard kiwi too. Kiwi skin.
Oh,
That sounds
that's
good.
I thought it was kiwi. Let me take that back.
Might be.
We ain't got high now.
Shit, you got the
Something
little
like
porcupine
Say,
blood.
put some kiwi in there.
It might be good.
Man.
Oh, and another one, in this other one, I wouldn't try the mango water.
Yeah, it tastes good though.
It was a banana too.
If not
I'm
nothing,
like, no, ain't no
they
way
can't
I'm gonna
eat
roll
that.
no blunt with no bananas.
Ew.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
too thick.
Banana's also just such an overpowering taste. Like when you have a smoothie and there's banana in it, you know there's banana.
You gotta
There's
like
no
banana.
leaves.
You
Yeah.
gotta like
I
banana.
like banana sauce, yeah.
That's nasty.
I like banana too,
Strawberry-
but that
strawberry
skin can
banana.
pass.
I can only
Yeah.
do
That
one
skin is
banana.
good. Mhm.
I like them.
That's cool. That's cool.
Is there anything you smoked out of, like that you made?
Oh yeah, in college, cause I didn't have any smoking gear, cause I wasn't doing it all like that.
Okay.
So I used an X-Acto knife I stole from school, and an apple,
Damn. Oh yeah.
and a potato.
Oh man.
I've had a potato bong, an apple bong, that before I had any sort of smoke equipment. Like, yeah.
What they say, one apple a day?
Yep, keep the doctor away.
There you go. You have it.
Yes. Yes.
One apple
I
bong.
never
That's
really
fire.
smoked out any fruit before.
Look, if you get desperate enough, you'll smoke out of anything.
Apples, I think that's one of the most liked fruit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think.
You can't really run across too many people that they don't really like apples
That's
unless
true.
they're just allergic to them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
I guess we was poor. We wasn't no apples to waste, so I think we used like a beer can or something, or a soda can.
Yeah, we always use cans and bottles.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we use a bottle too.
Some trash.
Some aluminum foil on the stove too. I done done
Yeah,
it.
aluminum foil. Mm-hmm.
Man, I done done
Yeah.
When old enough to buy
little
no
hash on the
papers,
needle. Little piece of hash on the needle. Burn that. One nosy.
It's old school there.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
old
learned
school.
something.
For sure.
Either way, you're getting high.
Man.
That's crazy. That's
Medicaid.
crazy.
Oh yeah, so shout out to social media. We didn't never shout that out. Let's go ahead and give a shout out
Okay,
before
so
we wrap it on up. I guess is there anything else you want to get out before we?
no, this was great. I
Pretty
just
cool.
look forward to having you guys on at one point or
Oh,
another.
Definitely.
Yeah, our
We would
science.
We would love to talk. I know y'all got plenty of questions about growing and things of that nature.
Look, after this y'all gonna help me grow
Oh yeah,
my first plant.
we consult. So yeah, HPG,
Yes.
Loud Bank. You know what I'm saying? Definitely got all the supplies, and
Okay.
he helps and
Everything
consults
you
as
need.
well. You know what I'm
Knowledge
saying?
and
So come in and be a part of the village. You know what I'm saying? For
Hey,
sure.
look, say less. I'm already here.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find the podcast at Joint Highpothesis, and that's HIGH hypothesis, because we getting high. You can find my personal one at Oh Hey with 2 Y's. It's J Rene. Or I just talk a lot about the research I do, the consulting I do, some other endeavors that are just related to like wellness, policy, advocacy, and stuff like that. And of course a little bit of weed stuff too, but for most cannabis stuff, you can find us at Joint Hypothesis. And we're on Insta, we're on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, like basically all major socials. So get with us. We follow back.
Is there any events you got coming up, or you gonna be a part of? You want to shout out?
So I think Cinco de Mayo in Cherokee is probably going to be an event that we're popping out and hopefully showing off some merch by then. So look for us out there, because you know that's always a big.
Yeah, it's a nice event for sure.
Yeah, they go hard every.
It's a multicultural thing, and we always just we enjoy that. So
Yep. Hey, in the comments below, let us know what y'all doing for 420. For sure. Everybody got big plans, events popping off everywhere.
Coachella's during 420.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be doing some promo during the festival.
Cool.
We wore my shirt.
Coachella, cool.
Yeah, I love music.
But yes, for sure. So, that was her social networks. You can always contact Rene with Joint Highpothesis on Instagram for sure. Yep. Of course, we got HP and G in the house. I'm AC. I'm with the Loud Bank, and you just watch the Growheads podcast. Give a shout out to Joe, giving the Cannabis Expo in May. There's the flyer right there, so you can always tune in, tap in on that deal. Y'all got some events coming up, HPG?
Oh, definitely. April 16th, we'll be down in House Springs, Missouri at Night of Columbia. What's the name of that street or building? And then in May, we'll be there. And then on 420, we'll be down in Columbia.
Down in Columbia.
For sure.
Yep, for sure. Yep.
We outside, man.
Yeah, come tap in.
Always. Yep.
Until next time, hit that like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? We out this thing.
All right, y'all. Take care until next time.
Deuces.